First of all, then, everyone, welcome to today's session. So it's a training session for community leaders and ambassadors only. So it's an exclusive training session. And before we get into any of that, let's do quick introductions. So I'm James, and if you've not seen or heard of me already, I am the head of community here at Wakelet. You've probably seen a few emails from me over the past few months and years. And yeah, it's my job to look after all of you lovely people and make sure you're getting the most out of Wakelet and the most out of this amazing community as well. And I'm glad to say I'm joined by Amy, who also works on the team with me as well.
Yes, thanks, James. So as James said, I'm Amy. I'm hoping that I've gotten to speak to quite a few of you by now, but yes, fairly new to the team. But yes, I help out James on the community team. So again, I get to speak to you lovely guys out there and obviously support you where I can as well. So yeah, really great to have you all on these training sessions. We love doing them. They're so much fun. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. But yeah, that's me.
Yeah, and we also have a special guest as well. So our special guest for today's training session is Tejas.
Hey everyone, this is my first community special webinar, so I'm really excited to be on here. Obviously, it's James and Amy normally do it, and I've never actually been on one of these, and I've heard so much of positive stuff. For all of you who don't know what I do, I'm essentially I head up the business development side of things at Wakelet. So a lot of our partnerships with Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Adobe, I sort of take care of, and I'm also spearheading the Wakelet Schools program. And I've got some exciting updates for you, so stay tuned there.
Yeah, that's exactly why we've got Tejas here. He has so much going on at the minute, so many new projects that he wants to share with you all. So yeah, stay around for probably the next 15 minutes. Tejas will show you some interesting developments that at the end of this year and then also going into the new year as well. But yeah, as soon as Tejas started speaking, then everyone was saying hello, Tejas. So looks like we've got a good guest today. A lot of love. Yeah, so thank you guys for joining me today. And then yeah, before we get started as well, just know that everything we share today, slides, resources, collections, ideas, examples, the recording of the session will all be sent to you via email, as we always do, along with a recording of the session as well. So you can always go over this and even send it to your other community leader and ambassador friends as well. So let's get going. I'll go ahead and share my screen. So this is the third time we've done this. This is the community leader and ambassador training session. As I said, so this is the third month we've been doing it. These are every single month. If you can join them, that is absolutely great, but no worries, we'll always send a recording to you as well. And the same format as the last two times, we like to go over what we've been doing in the last month, just in case you missed anything at all. So that's kind of new features, new projects we've been working on. We also want to keep you in the loop and let you know about stuff that's coming soon and give you an exclusive look into what's coming. So we've got a few things, especially with Tejas, to show you today of what's coming new towards the end of this year. We're almost at the end, but then also in 2021 as well. A few sneak previews. And then, as always, we like to go through some frequently asked questions, which are questions from ambassadors and community leaders. Since you are training everyone, or training your communities and your colleagues and students each and every day and every week, you may get some questions that you may find difficult to answer. You may just find them awkward, or you may just need a refresher on those questions. And we always kind of say, like, if you feel that way about a certain question or topic, then other people will feel that same way as well. So we've gathered a few from ambassadors to answer today. We've got three really interesting questions, and as always, a Q&A at the end as well. But to kick us off, I'll pass over to Amy for last month's highlights.
Yes, I have the wonderful job of letting you know what the team obviously have been up to in the last month or so. So as you know, we've been hard at work getting languages out. So as you've probably seen, we've got a few new languages that have already come out. So we have got Croatian. We have got, oh, the slide's working there, James.
Sorry, I'll click on the chat.
There we go. I do remember that. We've got Croatian, Italian, German, and today, as you've probably already seen, we have French coming out as well. So really excited about that one. We are working on a lot more as well, but James will run through those shortly. But yeah, please let us know if how you feel about those languages, if you're happy about them, and let us know if you want to see any more. Obviously, we are working on lots more to come as well. So we love to hear what ones you have in mind and how it can make it better for you. And of course, we are constantly trying to develop Wakelet to make it the best platform for you, to make it the most smoothest process for yourselves and for your students. So we kind of heard your feedback, especially when it comes to student sign-in and things like that. So if you haven't seen already, our dev team have been hard at work finding out sort of the process of improving the student sign-in process when they're joining spaces. So you've probably seen that's a lot maybe clearer for students to join. They've been working on design improvements. So you've probably seen a few of the newer buttons, and it's just to make that process a little bit clearer and smoother, especially for new joiners to the platform, just so they can see a little bit clearer how they can share and just get involved on Wakelet as well. And the team have been working very hard on the mobile web improvements. Now, as obviously we're coming to the end of the year, it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, we're constantly developing Wakelet and trying to make that a better and smoother process for you. So as always, please share your feedback. Of course, the team are always trying to sort of accommodate all that feedback as well. So yeah, lots going on behind the scenes at the moment. So yeah, we hope you enjoy those. And of course, we welcome the 22nd wave of ambassadors this month. So last month even, yeah, last month. So welcome everyone. If we do have any of the 22nd wave ambassadors, please let us know in the chat. It's been so great to have you, and congratulations to you all. It's so great to have another wave of wonderful ambassadors. We're so grateful for everything you do. And we will in fact be announcing our next wave of ambassadors shortly after this. So please keep an eye out and make sure you give a big welcome to them as well. But yeah, I can see a few people, a few familiar names. Joy, as you said before, had a shout out, Valerie, as I said. So welcome and thank you. Great applications, and it was wonderful to welcome you as ambassadors. So yeah, really excited for the next wave as well. So yeah, I will hand over to, well, no, I won't. I will let you know what's new. So yeah, we've got a lot of new and exciting things that's been happening sort of in the last month. One of the wonderful things that we've had going on in December, as you're probably all aware, is the Wakelet wrap-up. So throughout December, some of you have received calendars, and hopefully all of you have received cards. Just from us, just to wish you happy holidays. But as well as that, you can follow along with the Wakelet wrap-up for December. So we have a calendar that has collections behind every door. I've got a few of you commenting saying that you've already sort of been joining in. And it's been wonderful to see. We've loved all of your involvement. We love seeing everything that you've been up to. We've just got a few pictures there. Only a small handful of all of the ones that have been shared. We've loved to see that your students have been joining in with the crafts. It's been really lovely for us to see that you guys have enjoyed it so much and you've been so engaged with it. So really lovely. We've loved all the crafts, all the snowflakes been made, and the t-shirt designs and everything. So thank you guys. Obviously, we know it's a small gift from us to you, but it really has been wonderful to watch you all enjoy that as well. And of course, it's not over. So please continue to enjoy all that activities and the collections that we have going on those, because it is really great to see you all getting involved in them. So yeah, 9 days left of the calendar. So please keep them coming, because we so enjoy seeing them. And we have actually got a competition at the moment. So the Wakelet wrap-up wishlist competition is out at the moment. So this gives you a chance to win $500 worth of class supplies. So really simply, all you need to do is create a wish list on Wakelet. So that can be any school supplies, anything from stationery to tech gear and all sorts. So anything that you would like in your classroom, up to the value of $500. If you can create a wish list if you haven't already, share that on social media and hashtag Wakelet wrap up and Wakelet wish list. Get those circling around. Like I said, if you haven't already, get making those, get sharing them on social media, and you'll be in with a chance of winning that $500 for your class. Which, you know, we love doing competitions like these, and we love to see in the wish list anyway as well. So please do share them. Competition, like I said, is very much still up and running, and it closes on the 20th of December. So please make sure you get those in. But yeah, it's been great to see all the engagement with the calendar so far, and we look forward to seeing much more of that as well.
Just a quick question there from Wendy, saying she's not in school currently. Can she create a wish list for another class? Yes, you can absolutely do that. You can make one to win and then pass it on to another school, another class, and also invite your school teachers as well. You're a teacher in a school, invite your other colleagues and they can all get involved as well. It's not just for community members or ambassadors. You can invite anyone from your school to participate as well.
Lovely. And finally, so our Instagram account, if you don't follow us already, really lovely place to see what we're up to. We have a bit of fun with the Instagram account, and it's had a little bit of a revamp. So please, if you don't already, follow us on Instagram. It's a chance for you to get to know us a little bit more. We kind of do sort of behind the scenes videos. As you've probably seen, we do a lot of videos, and we do tend to share these on our Instagram stories. So yeah, if you want to get involved in that, please do. We'll also, throughout the Wakelet wrap up, be sharing all of the collections and the games and everything like that. But in the new year, of course, we'll continue that with all of the other activities. So yeah, just a great way of keeping up in the loop and us keeping you up to date. But yes, if you don't already, please do follow our Instagram account. So yeah, that's all from me for now. But I will hand over to Tejas. As we already said, he's our special guest today. We are going to try and have some of the team join us, especially when we have different news to share, and just to have the best person speak about that news. So I will hand over to Tejas, who will let you know about all the exciting things we've got coming up.
Awesome. Thanks, Amy and James, both for having me on today. I mean, this is exciting. I saw a few comments saying, Tejas, why are you not in the suit? Well, I don't always.
I saw them as well.
So yeah, we've got some, I'm just going to take you through some exciting developments that we've had in the past few weeks, and also maybe something coming up. So to start off the Wakelet Schools program, we just released our second wave. So we obviously had the pilot schools announced, and we've actually got some of the members from our Wakelet pilot schools, or the first wave that went out. So we've got Krupali over here from Satellite School, and Uttam, who's joined in the chat as well. And I'm sure there's quite a few others. But essentially, for all of you who are not aware, the Wakelet Schools program is sort of trying to provide structure to your school so you can adopt and advocate Wakelet across your classes to all of your teachers, and really make the most of Wakelet in context of engaging your students more. So the way we've delivered and packaged it for you is so that you get the best experience possible, right? So you'll be we'll allow you to fast track a few members to the community leader program. So you'll then be onboarded to James and Amy, and they'll take care of you in that respect. And then you'll also be onboarded into the student ambassador program. So your students will then have an opportunity to engage with the amazing student ambassador program, which has a whole bunch of activities for all of your students to do and get acquainted with Wakelet. And also we've got a few other special advantages of being a Wakelet school, that we send you a school pack. We're going to send out the first school packs very soon. I think a lot of you are going to be super excited when you see it. So it's sort of also allowing your school to be more aligned with the Wakelet school concept. And, going forward, we're going to be doing some really exciting stuff. We're going to be partnering with the likes of Microsoft, Adobe, Google to provide some exclusive benefits that maybe are only applicable to the Wakelet Schools program and all the Wakelet schools in the program. And, we'll also give you like special challenges and competitions that can only be accessed by Wakelet Schools. So, feel free to have a look at the Wakelet Schools program page. I'm sure, if you haven't been shared a link with, I'll share a link at the end after I'm done speaking. But it's certainly something that I'm sure a lot of you will be interested in because a lot of you are community leaders. Right now, we're only having the schools program showcased and pushed out in India, but going forward, Q1 2021, we'll probably push it out globally at some point. So feel free to apply, even if you're a global school. Your application will be considered in the near future, so that's not a problem at all.
Awesome, yeah, and we'll share that link in the chat in a second as well.
Thanks, James.
No worries.
And we also have the Adobe for Education and Wakelet Writing for Change Challenge. And, this was a really special writing challenge that we collaborated with Adobe on. And the whole purpose of this was to get students involved in the process of writing up these Adobe Spark challenges and sort of organizing all the teachers being able to organize the students' Adobe Spark content in these amazing Wakelet collections that are housed in a Wakelet space. So this is the first time we've used the Wakelet space concept on a large scale for a challenge, and it's been really, really successful. We've had over 2,500 entries already, and we've got a few bronze and silver and also a few gold. I'm sure there's a lot of you in the chat who've already taken part in the challenge, but essentially, with this Writing for Change challenge, you have the opportunity to be highlighted in the Writing Guild. It's an exclusive community that Adobe and Wakelet have sort of founded that showcases schools that have over 1,000 entries of Adobe Spark content inside of these Wakelet collections. And we've already had the Leo Academy from the UK who've got over 1,000 entries, specifically in this challenge. And looking forward to seeing if all of you would like to be involved and take part. So just a little heads up, the challenge ends on the 18th, which is the coming Friday. So it'll probably end 12 a.m. Or 11:59 p.m., whichever way you see it, whichever time zone you're in. So feel free to get involved. Of course, the whole purpose of this is to sort of also give you some value back and for all of the time that you put in. So, I'm sure James will probably share a link. Do have a look. And if you have any questions, do ask away. I'm more than happy to answer any after I finish showing you what's next. Okay, and this is a very exciting and recent announcement that we made, which was the Microsoft Teams announcement, where we've very recently announced the Teams meeting extension, where essentially you can open up a Wakelet collection inside of a Teams meeting on the side panel. And I'll actually take you through this now. So let me just share my screen. So this is a really exciting development, and it's a shame I didn't have my suit on to show all of you, take you all through this. It would have been quite funny. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen, James and Amy.
Yep.
Awesome. So for all of you that use Microsoft Teams, I'm just going to take you through the process of actually setting up your Wakelet collection inside of a Teams meeting. So over here, I'm actually inside of a Teams meeting setup, right? So you go into Teams and you organize a meeting on your calendar, or you've probably already organized a meeting in your calendar. And you go into edit. So you click on edit on the calendar. So let me just, give me 1 second. So if I close this, so I'm just going to take you through this from here. So you can see over here that I've set up a meeting. So I click onto it and I click on edit. And as soon as I click on edit, it opens up this screen that will probably look exactly the same on your end. And you'll see a bunch of options on the top panel. You click on the little plus icon over here, and you'll now have the option of opening up a few apps that have gone the extra mile to actually have their app updated so that you can showcase it in a meeting. And you can imagine how useful it may be for you to showcase a Wakelet collection to all of your students whilst you're teaching them remotely. So all I need to do now is click on the Wakelet app. If you don't see the Wakelet app, just search for the Wakelet app on the search bar. And then it'll ask you to paste the public or unlisted Wakelet URL. So I've got a Wakelet collection over here preloaded. I'm just going to copy this collection, go back in and paste it in here. And if I click on save, it'll sort of load in the Wakelet collection in here. And, pro tip, you can have as many collections as you want. So you can have 10 collections that you've created on wakelet.com ready to present, literally present in a Teams meeting, side loaded before the meeting starts. So once you've sort of set up all of your Wakelet collections on the top bar here, and obviously if you want to add a second collection, you click on the plus icon again, and you click on the Wakelet app again, and you paste your link. And after you've sort of set everything up, you click on the join button, and it essentially then, of course, asks you to join in to the meeting, as per you usually would in terms of joining any other meeting, or if you set up a meeting. And then you literally go on to show conversation. And essentially at this point at the top, the Wakelet app showcases, and you can click onto it. For some reason on this particular screen, it isn't showcasing. Just give me 1 second. Just going to minimize this. But essentially, over here, when you come onto this, the Wakelet app should showcase on the top. I'm showing you this through my dev account, which is the Teams dev account. So maybe it's not showcasing over here for some reason. But essentially, the Teams, the Wakelet tab would showcase on the top bar over here as soon as you click on your show conversation, and you click onto the Wakelet app at the top, and it would essentially side load here on the panel. And it's literally as simple as that. I do apologize. For some reason, the Teams app seems to not be showcasing it at the moment. But if you try it out on your end, it should be super straightforward. Hopefully that gives you some context. And I do apologize, I couldn't actually showcase it to you over here. But yeah, do let me know if you have any questions. If you want further information, the announcement that we made yesterday actually has a blog post that's linked in below the announcement, and you can actually look at the step-by-step guide for how to access the Wakelet app in a meetings extension. It should show you the final step that for some reason isn't showcasing on my meeting at the moment. Yeah, and so that's sort of all of the latest news that I had from my end. Let me just open up.
Perfect. Thank you, Tejas. Yeah, there's a lot of questions about the update as well. I've just shared the blog in the chat too. So Tejas, if you could actually jump in the chat box below and answer any of those questions, that'd be great, because yeah, you're probably best suited to answer them.
Yeah, 100%. And I just wanted to say a final thank you to everyone who's been super supportive throughout this year. I know it's been super hard for all of the educators around the world. You've really had to step up, and we've seen the community support each other and really come forward and show support in a way that we never would have imagined. And I think it's amazing to see personally, and especially during such hard times. And we're so happy that we were able to provide support as much as we could. And yeah, just looking forward to a very positive 2021, or let's hope so at least.
Exactly, yeah. Fingers crossed, Tejas, fingers crossed. But yeah, thank you for sharing those updates. And as Tejas kind of saying there, with those updates as well, we're constantly trying to improve the platform for stuff like remote learning. So that example there that Tejas showed with the Microsoft Teams update, having a Wakelet collection on the side that you can showcase in a video on Teams is absolutely perfect for that sort of stuff. But yeah, thank you so much, Tejas, for sharing those updates. I'll just go ahead and share my screen again. And yeah, we want to show you some things that are coming soon as well. So what Tejas shared there were kind of 3 projects, two projects and a feature that have already been out, and they're kind of there for you to play around with. And also they have a deadline on the projects that you can work on. But we also have some things up our sleeve as well that are coming soon. So maybe not for the end of this year, but more into early 2021. As Amy was kind of saying, the team are working very, very busy behind the scenes. So you may not see all of their work come to fruition this year, but honestly, in 2021, they have a lot of things to show you. So starting off with, as we all know, as we said last time, Spaces on Android will be out very, very soon. It's on iOS at the minute, but it will be available on Android very, very soon. Hopefully before the end of the year, but maybe in the early 2021. On the topic of languages as well, we want to make Wakelet even more accessible for languages across the world. And we're actually currently working on Russian, Brazilian, and Hindi. So I know there'll be a lot of ambassadors and community leaders from India really excited there, from Russia and Brazil too. I just realized Brazilian is spelled incorrectly, sorry about that. So yeah, Russian, Brazilian, Hindi will be out in 2021, early 2021, along with other ones as well. And if you don't see your country listed currently on this list, please get in touch, and we'd love to hear from you and also have help with the translations as well. And also I saw Uchi Linda in the chat mention this. She's waiting for reactions on Wakelet. Well, Uchi, wait only a bit longer. The team have literally got this ready for us now, but we're looking to launch this in early 2021. As Teja said, start 2021 off strong and positive. We have reactions coming out very shortly. And if you want, let me know in the chat if you want to see a little preview of how that works as well. But yeah, reactions coming very, very soon. And also the team are working very hard planning the rest of next year and how it looks. And we do have a lot of brand new features we want to bring out, a lot of improvements to the site on how it works. And all of that feedback comes from you guys, ambassadors, community leaders, and community members. Without you, we couldn't make the changes we do. So thank you so much for your feedback, and please keep it coming. We also have some more exciting ideas for competitions that will be out in 2021 as well, along with student activities like that Adobe Spark Writing Challenge. We'll have plenty more to come, hopefully. And then also, save this date in your calendar. On the 13th of January, it is the second anniversary of the Ambassador Program. So I can't believe this. I don't think anyone else can at Wakelet either. It's been almost 2 years since we started the Wakelet Ambassador Program with just 15 ambassadors. So absolutely incredible to see how far we've come, how many countries the Ambassador Program is now in, and just to see the amazing and exciting things that you do in your own communities, and to share Wakelet as well with your students, colleagues, and friends. So yeah, save that date. We have something special planned for that date and the month of January. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. And I think I saw in the chat that people would like to see a bit of the reactions. So I think people reacted with reactions as well, with the emojis. So reactions, this is how it will look in the, like I said, the early release in 2021. If I click play on this, hopefully you can see this. There'll be a reaction button at the top of your collection where you can choose one of 5 emojis to react with. We've got the applause, we've got the thumbs up, we've got the love heart, the shocked face, and also the 100 emoji as well. And I'll just play that back again. You go ahead and click it, choose your reaction, and then on your collection, next to your items and views, you'll be able to see how many people have reacted, what they reacted with, and you can also click onto their profiles to see who's reacted as well. So you can potentially go and follow them and reach out to them if you wish. But yeah, reactions coming soon in 2021. Please let us know what you think you'll use this for. A few instant ones have been talked about is feedback, instant feedback to your students when you're collaborating, instant feedback to your PLN and when you're presenting on Wakelet. You'll share resources out. You want to see which ones people like and so on. But yeah, keep your ideas coming. We want to hear them for early January when we share this out with the world. And I believe the next one is questions. Any questions, Amy, that have popped through? I see the chat constantly adding numbers to it.
Everyone's really excited about reactions.
Oh, that's good.
Which is great to see. Yeah, as James said, it's something that obviously we have heard from a few of you guys that you've been wanting. So we're really excited for that one to come as well. And of course, you guys are the first to know. So yeah, we're really excited about that one. But no, I think in terms of I think everyone's really excited about the upcoming competitions and everything like that in the new year. But yes, and the anniversary is going to be a good one as well.
Exactly.
Obviously, I've not been here for too long, but I'm even excited about it. So yeah, it's going to be a good one.
I can't believe it. It's been 2 years. Yeah, it's going to be a very good year. I can't believe it. So we got something special out we planned, Amy. It's going to be a good one. Yes. And Tejas, is there any questions that you'd like to answer like on screen now, or have you answered everything in the chat that you wanna get across?
I think I got most of the questions on the chat. I saw a few people asking for the steps. So if you look at the chat, I've just added in the blog post for the teams on how you can reproduce teams inside of your meeting. I also saw a question about, is this going to be available in Google Meet? You know, we don't feel left out, Google educators. We've obviously partnered with Google, and James and me are actually now speaking to Google's community lead, and we have some exciting activities coming up for you. And in terms of the integration as well with Google Meets, you know, we'll see what we can do. I'll speak to the Google team for sure and get back to all of you.
Amazing. Thank you, Tejas. So yeah. Oh, go on,
sorry,
Amy.
also just quickly, we've got some great feedback coming through as well, which we love to see. So yeah, obviously I'll try and get back to everyone I can, but thank you also for your feedback. You know, we do pass these very much along to the team, you know, and they feed into future features. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone's feedback, and keep them coming.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Amy. Yep, no worries. I'd say we have about 10 minutes left of this webinar. So and actually, this is my favorite section. I love going through the frequently asked questions. So yeah, the frequently asked questions, again, are from ambassadors who have reached out, or we've asked for what they get asked, where they may get a question from a colleague, a teacher, a friend, a student, that they may find a bit difficult to answer about Wakelet. So it's our jobs to try and help you answer that as easy as possible. And have all the information there. And as I always say, you may already know the answers to these. This may just give you a refresher. It may help you word it in a different way, or you may learn something new as well, which is hopefully the outcome of this. So the 3 questions that we have today are: how is Wakelet better than Padlet? That came across quite a bit. How can I find support on Wakelet quickly? And also, how is a space different to collaborating on a collection? So if you let me know in the chat if you've ever been asked one of these and you found it difficult to answer, or meant to know fully what to say. Hopefully after this, you'll be able to answer these like an absolute expert. So starting off with the first one, Wakelet versus Padlet. So we know a lot of people are using Padlet and they use it for collaboration. Padlet is a good collaboration tool. Well, the difference between Padlet and Wakelet is Wakelet does collaboration, yes, but it also does much more as well. Wakelet allows you to bookmark content. It allows you to organize content and curate it into collections. We then also allow you to collaborate on those collections and that content. And then we also allow you to present that content really nicely and share it as well. So if anyone asks, how is Wakelet different to Padlet? First of all, I'd say this: Wakelet does collaboration too, but it also does those other steps as well. The other main thing that came out of this, speaking to users, is that Padlet is paid for after you've made 3 Padlets if you're joining as a new person, whereas Wakelet is free and completely unlimited. You can join Wakelet for free, use it for free, make as many collections as you want, add as much as you like. It's completely up to you. It's completely free and unlimited. So you have any colleagues who ask you about that, then that you can say that also. And then a few more things to note as well. When you are collaborating on a collection, and I'll show you how that works in a second, you can actually see who adds content into your collection. So students can join, all they need to do is add their name, and you'll be able to see which content was added by each person, which is different on Padlet. And also you'll get notifications on Wakelet as well for when people have added. So you'll get all that in your notifications feed, so you can always stay up to date with who has added to your collection. Wakelet has also introduced spaces, which I'll go on to in the third question, which is very different to Padlet. So Padlet, just like Wakelet, allows you to collaborate on a board, in our case, on a collection. Well, we brought out spaces, which allows you to collaborate on a whole space, which is a whole profile, meaning that you can invite colleagues or students to join your space and create a collection for themselves. So it's kind of like having a full Padlet board to themselves. And the best thing with spaces as well, with students especially and colleagues, they can rejoin that space at any time to update the collections they've already added, which is a super, super useful feature. In the past, that wasn't the case. It wasn't the case. Now you can join back and edit it at any time in that space. And then another one that came out a lot as well was the introduction of immersive reader into Wakelet. So At Wakelet, as you all know, we are striving to more accessibility in terms of languages, in terms of accessibility features on the platform with screen readers and stuff like immersive reader. Well, this is a major benefit for Wakelet as well. So with the amazing immersive reader from Microsoft, we've built that in, and that has a ton of amazing features like reading text aloud, like translations, like highlighting nouns and adverbs and so on. And that is a really big advantage for users when we spoke to them, ambassadors, leaders, and members. And then also, very quickly, you can see these tweets here from a few ambassadors who said why they prefer Wakelet over Padlet. So again, take bits from these if you want to. For example, Wakelet embeds really nice and easy to your LMS. Again, Karen mentions the immersive reader here in read mode for accessibility, and also integrations with Teams and browser extension on Wakelet as well. But yeah, hopefully that has answered the question there, because we know a lot of people get asked this by their colleagues who are currently using Padlet and switching over to Wakelet. So any more questions about this, please drop them in the chat and we'll try and answer them as best we can afterwards as well. So that is the first one. The second question, Amy.
Hello. Yeah, it's great to see you all with the Padlet versus Wakelet. It is a question that we get asked a lot, so I hope that obviously clarifies it for you guys, but it's great to see all your lovely comments for Wakelet as well. So yeah, I just wanted to show you quickly a few of the places where you can get support. This one's obviously really handy for when you are sharing it with new people and you're advising them on who they can reach out to. I mean, as always, if you didn't already know, you can always reach us at community@wakelet.com. That goes to the community team, myself and James. So we're always and other teams as well, but we're always happy to answer any questions that you have, you know, regarding Wakelet itself or regarding the community, anything, any question that you have. We always want to support the sessions that you do, and obviously your experience in using Wakelet as well. But anything and everything, if you just want to let us know how your day's gone, please do feel free to reach out and contact us on the community@wakelet.com. We are here to answer any questions that you have. If you are looking for sort of like a quick response on maybe something that you're querying whilst you're using Wakelet, you'll be able to see on all of your Wakelet pages a little blue bubble in the bottom hand corner, as James is showing now. So we have a support team who's at hand to answer any of your questions. If you're finding something's not working right, or you have any questions on how to do that, you can easily reach out to them and they will come back to you with obviously the answer. I am part of that team as well, so we're always happy to help out there as well. And we also have the help center. This one's a really good one for if maybe you're doing a session and you want a quick how-to video, just either to refresh your memory or to share that with someone else who's maybe new to Wakelet. So we've got loads of sections here where you can find out, you know, how to embed my collection and how to create a collection, and they're full of sort of a breakdown of how to do something, and it also includes a short video just to show you how to do that one thing. So I find them really helpful. Obviously, you know, if you can do screen recordings and things like that, but you don't always have to. They are readily available for you on the help center there. So plenty of avenues where you can reach out for assistance should you need it. We want we don't want you struggling, so please do feel free to reach out in any of those ways. But yeah, like I said, if you've got any questions, as always, please do reach out to us. But yeah, just one to remember there.
Yeah, reach out if you need anything at all. Like Amy said, the community one is always the best to go to, but we've got tons of resources there for you if you need any help. Okay, and then the third and final question before we go into Q&A is, how is Spaces different to a collaborative collection, or how is a space different to a collection? Well, again, we've split it up into two to make it super simple to understand. With a space, it is, first of all, a space is a workspace for your collections, and this space can be collaborative, whereas a collection is a collection of content so that you can all collaborate in as well. So that's collaborative too. And the big difference is spaces is usually for bigger projects. So if you have a space, you'd probably create it for a club, like a book club or a sports team, or you create it for your class projects, or even for yourself as another hat that you wear. So you have like a library space if you want to. It's more for projects and to split your profile up. So again, it could be project research. Everyone can create a collection in a space. That's what bigger projects are for with spaces. Whereas a collection is a standalone collection of content. And in a collection, you can invite people to that collection to add content to it, or you can invite them to a space for a bigger project. In spaces, members of your space can sign in and go back to make edits whenever they want. That's a huge advantage over collections. Whereas collections is quick collaboration. You create a collection, you can invite them anonymously, they sign in, they contribute, and then they leave, and that's done. So again, very quick collaboration for stuff like classroom discussions, quick research projects, whereas spaces is for bigger projects that they can always go back to throughout the weeks and years of school, for like portfolios and stuff like that. And then again, just showing you here that the examples you can use it. So spaces, again, you can invite people in, they can create their own collections or collaborate on all your collections. And that is mainly used for storytelling assignments, project assignments that you build out artifacts and have your own collection for each student, and also presentations as well. So yeah, think of a space as a bigger project where each of the members are creating their own collections, whereas a collection is a group project still, but it's when they're invited to add maybe one item, 2 items, and they'll make a big project together. So I hope that makes sense there. But to show you very quickly how it all works as well, with a collection, how to invite people, again, maybe this goes back to the Padlet question as well. If you want to see how easy it is to use, all you need to show your colleagues is they need to create a collection, they need to give it a title, like, how are you feeling today? So this is a classroom discussion example. Add a cover image if you want to, but very simply, all you need to do is click invite. It's as simple as that. It's simple as 2 clicks, create the collection, add a title, and click invite, and you can then invite them using this link, code, or QR code. And like I said, they'll join the collection, which I'll show you real quick. Super simple. They'll join that collection here. Again, on a collection, it's quick collaboration. They will sign in using their name anonymously. You just see their name, and then they can go ahead and add to the collection, and they can add anything they like. They can add URL, text, image, PDF, create their own collection, Google Drive, OneDrive, or a video. So I'll add a quick one in here, say hello, and you'll see underneath that is added by me. And again, that's something that Padlet do not have, and we do. So that's on a collection, super simple to use. And then for a space, again, talking about bigger projects here, I'll show you how I use my spaces. So I've got my profile here. Spaces are on the left-hand side, and you see I've got one here for Wakelet Ambassadors that everyone has joined. I've got one here for the Wakelet conferences, and you can see here the whole team have been adding to these collections. So you see this would not have worked in a collection because there's a lot of content about different things, but all under conferences. Well, with a space, we could create a space for that now, and everyone could collaborate, contribute, and create their own collections. And it's super simple to do as well. You go ahead and create a new space. So I could call this class a history project. Again, let's go ahead and add an image real quick. If I can spell correctly, history. Go ahead and add that in. Click done. And then click create on that space. Now your space has been created. It's super collaborative. You can go ahead and create a collection yourself, or very simply go ahead and invite a member. Click invite members, and there's a link for that and a code that they can join and sign into your space. And again, they can always return to it as well. They can always return and create a collection again. So yeah, hopefully that has covered the question of what is the difference between a space and a collection. But any questions, please get them in. Are there any questions currently, Amy?
Hello. Yeah, just going through a few in the Q&A, but mainly just feedback. Really great. It's really great that you've you found this helpful, because we obviously sort of pick up these frequently asked questions, and like to obviously give you a bit more information. We know you're the ones also out there sort of sharing Wakelet, so it's great that you found this useful. But yeah, if you do have any questions, please do. Someone said that the FAQs were spot on. Thanks, Chloe. Well, it's all thanks to you guys, of course. You feed the topics, which is great. So if you have any in the future, please do reach out to us. But yeah, a few questions on tools and things. But yeah.
Any questions come through to answer now?
Oh, where? Sorry.
To answer now, is there any questions that we want to answer now?
No, I think we're all good. I think going back to as many as I can, but I think no, it's fine. Okay,
perfect. I think I saw one very, very quickly, but I might have missed it. Oh, Lisa asked, is it possible to have more than one owner of a space? So you will always be the owner if you create it, but you can invite people, of course, invite members, and you can promote them from a member to an admin, meaning they have the same rights as you on that space. So there's permissions there that you can play around with too. But yeah, if there's no questions, honestly, keep them coming. We'll try and answer them best we can. But before we do, we just want to say a huge thank you for everyone. First of all, for joining this webinar, but also for just being you, for being amazing leaders and ambassadors for Wakelet, but also being amazing educators, tech coaches, librarians, and above all, humans as well. This community is honestly so amazing to work with and be a part of. So honestly, it's a privilege to work with you every single day, and the people inside of it. You honestly are such great humans, and especially in a year like this year, it has been tough. I think it's safe to say as well. And everyone's pulled together, as Tejas said before, and it really has felt like a really nice community this year. Everyone's come together, helped out each other, sharing their remote learning resources, sharing and helping people with tech tools like Wakelet to make sure that students didn't go without education. And I know a lot of people have been under stress as well whilst doing all this and helping others too. So a huge thank you for everyone. And there's a few pictures of the wonderful community as well. We wish we could see you all in person, but we can't at the minute. But honestly, in the future, we'll make up for it and hopefully see you all in the new year as well. Amy, anything you want to say to the community?
Yeah, just everything and more really. Yeah, thank you ever so much, everyone. I mean, I'm still fairly new to this community, but you guys have welcomed me with open arms, which is amazing, and you welcome every new member, which is lovely to see. You guys are such a support system for each other, which is wonderful, and we do appreciate it's been a tough year, but yeah, in the short space of time that I've been here, it has been an amazing experience already, and I'm just so excited to kick off the next year and have a bigger and better year than ever before, and obviously hope to meet many more of you, whether that's through webinars like this or hopefully eventually face to face at some point as well. But yeah, just thank you ever so much for the support. Yeah, like I said, this is still new and a little bit surreal for me, but you know, I'm loving every second of getting to meet you all and speak to you guys. So thank you so much.
Exactly, yeah, perfect. Thank you, Amy. And Tejas, anything you'd like to add? I know I'm very emotional. Thank you, everyone.
No, just to reiterate what James and Amy, both of you said. It's been a pleasure. It always has been from day one. I remember when we had our first ever wave of ambassadors, and now we're at 22. It's crazy, and yeah, it's super exciting, and can't wait to see how this keeps growing and how we can keep helping you. So thanks again.
I know. Thank you, Tejas. Yeah, 2021 will be a good year, hopefully, and like Amy said, hopefully get to see you all very soon as well. Before you jump off though, we just want to say again, a huge thank you. We couldn't do any of this without you. And with saying that, we have a feedback form we'd like to share with you, which is all about your experience in the Wakelet community. We want to hear what you think of the community, how you rate it, what you like about it, what you don't like, and also what you'd like to see from us and the community in 2021, whether that's features, whether that's activities, competitions, or anything else. Let us know. We want to make this the best community possible for everyone to thrive in, meet new friends, connect with, collaborate with each other from across the world, and make that world just a little bit smaller. So we'll send this out in the email. Amy, if you could drop it in the chat, that'd be great. But yeah, please do fill it out. We'd love to hear from you on how we can improve and make this the best community in the world, which I believe it already is. Honestly, we love you all. And again, thank you, and also happy holidays. So we believe most of you will be off around the festive period. So hopefully you get the good time to relax, hopefully, and spend time with your family. We're lucky in the UK. We've managed to get Christmas off in the UK. We're out of lockdown, so we're fortunate enough. Hopefully you are too, to see your families. But if not, hopefully just relax anyway, away from this stressful year. And again, fingers crossed that 2021 will be a good year. So fingers crossed for that. But yeah, from myself, Amy, Tejaz, and the whole Wakelet team, honestly, happy holidays, have a great year, have a rest, and hopefully we'll see you in 2021.
Thank you so much, everyone. Happy
Amazing.
holidays.
Thank you all,
Bye.
and hopefully see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.